Spatchcock funk rolling in like a hurricane with one of the greatest dishes from the greatest eating city in the world, New Orleans. This is the muffuletta. You start out with a round roll, man. Our friend Sean made this special for us, sesame seeds on the top. And this sandwich, by the way, the reason why we love New Orleans so much and feel a kinship with this great city is that it's this, we think it's like us, right? It's this giant cultural melting pot of styles and music, and people love to eat and drink there. And the food and booze, off the charts, just like this sandwich. We learned about it at the grocery deli, so let's get started with it. We're gonna take our beautiful, big, beautiful roll, cut it in half, and we actually made a little spin on this dish. So the first thing we're adding on here is a pistachio mayo, which is ground up pistachios and mayonnaise, and that's gonna be on the bottom of this thing. The reason why we love to do this is the meat is part of the star of this dish, but not the major star. The best supporting actor here is Mortadella. Mortadella sounds like a comic book supervillain or a sexy, trashy romance novel, and we're into both those things. So this meat is this cured pork with a really delicious pistachio in it. So the pistachio in the mayo brings out another layer of nuttiness. You know what? We love to get nuts. Time to put the meat on. Mortadella. We have about 1/3 of a pound of mortadella, which is our favorite meat in this stack. Now the salami is the next meat on here, and actually the muffuletta, that celebration of all the different cultures in New Orleans, is from Sicily, right? So it's a Sicilian thing. Say, hey, what's the matter you? Have a muffuletta. So that's what we're working with right here because it is fantastic. Then a layer of cheese. The first cheese we're using is provolone. A nice creaminess with all the salty, delicious fatness underneath it. Some sweetness, saltiness, which is a big part of this dish. It's a combination of so many flavors that you're not sure it's gonna work, and when it works like it's nobody's business. The last layer of meats and cheeses is Swiss cheese. Cuts with the ham, does really great. Now we're using Swiss cheese with eyes in it. That's actually what the holes in Swiss cheese are. So if you're using Swiss cheese that does not have holes in it, you're actually using Swiss cheese that's called blind. We left the eyes on the Swiss cheese though because we want that to see the star of the dish. This is olive tapenade. It's traditionally made with peppers, calamatas, greens, with pimentos. You got some pepperoncini in here. We use roasted garlic, but we amp it up. We throw some lemon and about 1/2 pound of bacon in this thing. Some crushed red pepper, pepperdew, peppers, and this is something that's gonna bring a giant, colossal crash of amazing flavors into each bite that cuts with all the flavors we're already combining. Even people as brave as us can't eat a whole sandwich like this at once, so we slice it into quarters. Actually, French quarters, y'all. Now, that is what a sandwich looks like. From the French Quarter to Syracuse to Sicily, here's looking at you.